wanted to request the Committee of Agriculture, when they are looking at the issues around the water charges in Mwea, that they will also consider what is happening in Bura Irrigation Scheme in Tana River County. Mr. Speaker, the farmers have been under oppression of very high charges for water, even, Mr. Speaker, to the extent that the farmers complain that the water is so expensive that it makes no economic sense in terms of farming and the profits that must come. Mr. Speaker, the President paid a visit to Bura Irrigation Scheme, and he gave a directive that the water charges be reduced. Mr. Speaker, to date, that directive has not been effected. And the National Irrigation Authority has given no reason why they cannot effect that directive. Mr. Speaker, initially, the justification was that water for irrigation was being pumped using diesel machine. But then now, Mr. Speaker, the President has inaugurated a system of gravity. Billions of shillings have been spent. Water now is flowing without the use of diesel-powered machines. But the water charges have remained high. Mr. Speaker, as the Committee of Agriculture looks at what is happening in Mwea in terms of water charges, I would invite them to also call the National Irrigation Authority. They tell us what is happening in Bura. They explain why they are defying a presidential directive. They should explain also to the people of Kenya and to the committee why, even after the irrigation system has now gone to gravity and there is no pumping of water, why they are still charging high charges and why they are oppressing the farmers. Mr. Speaker, I support that statement. Thank you.
Senator Edwin Sifuna.
Speaker, you know you gave directive on the other matter, but I just wanted to give some diagnosis of the problem as I see it between this house and the lower house. I think the problem is that the leadership of these two houses don't actually talk, not just at the Speaker's level, but even for us. So it is very difficult for members of the National Assembly to know exactly where the Senate is coming from when we raise some of these concerns. I talked to some of the leaders there, and they're actually surprised. They're actually surprised by the things we tell them we as a Senate are going through, including, Mr. Speaker, you are aware when I used to be a member of the SBC, our budgets for the system that we use in this house have been slashed for every year, actually. And they should see, because even my unit here keeps failing. This is a problem we have had for a very long time. And when we speak to members of the National Assembly, they're actually shocked that when they go on recess and we are here, even the kitchen is closed, because the entire parliament exists to serve the National Assembly, and the Senate is just like a small appendage there. But I believe conversations need to begin so that people don't view us as unnecessarily hostile or that we are in a fight. Conversations need to happen between the leadership of this house, and I'm part of that leadership. I can confirm these talks never happen. So even before that intergenerational conclave begins, we need one here in Parliament. Speaker, allow me to very briefly comment on the statement by Senator Wakili Hilary Sigei on the voiding of payments. On this particular issue, Honorable Speaker, I am a very proud member of the County Public Accounts Committee. A very proud member of the Public Accounts Committee. I am aware that Senator Onyonka has been on this business from day one, because he was saying in his county they were quite notorious. And even here in Nairobi, you have suppliers crying that their payments will go all the way to what they call iBank, IB. And then somehow they just disappear, and when the money is released by the control of budget, somebody else is paid. Speaker, I am aware that Governor of Central Bank, Kamau Thuge, actually appeared before the devolution committee of this house, and he told us that the CBK is going to tweak some technology there. And maybe we can send Ososi, who is our expert on ICT, to confirm that this has actually been done. He spoke of things that, of course, I would not recognize, but I'm sure Ososi knows. There's a system called Temenos T24 and something they call GDI, Granular Data Integration. And he has assured this House through the Committee of Devolution that there will no longer be possibility of county officials voiding transactions. Once the control of budget has released money to pay supplier X, it is no longer going to be possible for you to make those changes. And I think this House and Senator Onyonka, you can be very proud because you have pushed this agenda from the beginning of this House. And I am happy that someone at the CBK has finally listened, and we are hoping that there will be a change. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Now, honorable members, the 15 minutes for comments on statement is over. We will, for purposes of convenience of the House, we have got in the next order a number of bills for the Committee of the Whole, but we don't seem to have the numbers. I will therefore rearrange the order paper and ask the clerk to call order number 17. Motion.
Order number 17 is a motion, reports of the Standing Committee on Devolution and Intergovernmental Relations on its inquiry into the state of markets in Vihiga and Bungoma counties, arising from a statement sought by Senator Godfrey Osotsi, MP, and Senator David Wakoli, MP. Resumption of debate.
Honorable Senators, this is a resumption of debate that was interrupted on 31st of July 2025, and when the House rose, Senator Godfrey Osotsi was on the floor contributing to this particular statement, and you still have got a balance of 12 minutes to conclude on your comments on this committee report. If you still have comments to make, you may utilize your 12 minutes that was remaining.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I had started commenting on the report by the Devolution Committee on the markets in Vihiga and Bungoma following the visit by the Committee of Devolution headed by my good friend, Senator for Wajir, who did a very good job to visit the two counties last year in June. Mr. Speaker, this report, I started by saying that there are very, very fundamental misleading information in this report. If you look at the report, it is giving figures which are not matching up, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, there is a table there that shows